common challenges in the operation technology security, common challenges in the other industries, non-IT industries, that is OT sector. The first important challenge is erosion of network architecture. What is this erosion of network architecture? See, all these majority of these operational technology industries, it may be automobile manufacturing industry, food processing industries, or any kind of manufacturing plant, or it can be a utility sector, whatever it is, they are using certain traditional devices, okay, legacy devices or old devices, and due to some advancement by adding certain extra components to it or by attaching some supporting devices to it, they have connected it to the network. See, initially these environment was designed to suit a limited kind of a network, okay, limited capacity in network. So initial design and ongoing maintenance are the two important things we need to consider. Initially, with a limited knowledge, see, because it's not easy to adapt internet in such kind of environment, OT environment. People have invested lot to their traditional devices, and they were not ready to upgrade from the traditional devices to the latest smart devices. Okay, and they are still using that, and they have attached some extra devices or sub devices in order to get connected to the network. So these things were when it was designed, they have not observed any critical challenges. So with a limited scope, with a limited knowledge, these things were designed, but they fail in ongoing maintenance. So now the technology is also improving, but they are not improving. The OT sector, they are not adopting the new technology. They are not upgrading to a high-end infrastructure, smart infrastructures. This is one of the important reasons for the security breaches that can occur in the OT sector, because it's not easy to adopt the technology there, because it is very costly. See, if in case of IT sector, see, I need to just upgrade my software. I need to install the newer version of the softwares. Okay, or sometimes I may have to replace the machineries. That's all. Now everything is done in the cloud, so any kind of machinery is fine. I mean, any kind of computer is fine in the IT sector, but in that is not the case in the OT sector. They need to invest lot for these machineries. So they were designed to suit a minimal resources, minimal network connectivity, something like that. But they failed to maintain the things in the effectively. They failed to upgrade the things effectively. That is one of the important challenge. The second one is legacy system, usage of very older system. This is another challenge. One is, so they designed the network with a limited resources and they failed to upgrade the technology. The second one is they failed to upgrade in terms of infrastructure also. They are still using the legacy older systems, and they are not ready to get upgraded with the new system. It's not easy to discard everything and purchase new machinery and install, which is very difficult for them. So they are not ready to upgrade. That is one of the things. So these older systems are having lack of certain infrastructure, lack of technology. Because of that, they are vulnerable and weak to face certain new attacks that is taking place in the OT sector with respect to security. They are vulnerable for attacks. Okay, that is the another thing. And the third important thing is, that is with the first two are with respect to network and the infrastructure. The third one is they are using some insecure protocols, some insecure operational protocols. For example, if you take SCADA, see in all this machine manufacturing or food processing or utility sector, they use supervisory control and data acquisition as an important entity. So by using the system, by sitting at the remote location, they can control these machineries by using the SCADA portal. These SCADA or these industries are using certain protocols, application protocols for data exchange, for data transmission, which are insecure. See, if in case of IT environment, if I want to fetch any data from the remote server, I may use HTTPS, which is secure. But in these kind of environment, in the operational technology environment, the security is not implemented in the application layer protocol. They are insecure. The job of security is, or the load of security or overhead of security is deployed on the lower protocols. That is TCP. They need to make use of TCP, and TCP should provide the security. And application protocols are not at all ensuring any kind of security in such environment. Okay. So especially we'll discuss some protocols. One of the protocol is Modbus. Modbus is one of the protocol used in OT environment for remote controlling purposes. So it is a kind of SCADA protocol. Okay. It was created before the actual invention of the internet only. So people were using SCADA earlier also. So in that situation, this Modbus was created first using some hardware related infrastructure. So it was not based a software based protocol. So completely they were using a PLC, that is programmable logic control. So they created this in 1970. Okay. So this protocol has very limited functionality with respect to security. The authentication was not a default thing. Sender and receivers were not authenticated in this particular protocol. So this protocol don't have effective authentication scheme. So anybody can send the instruction. That we don't have proper mechanism to authenticate whether the instructions are coming from the legitimate source or not. So that is one of the important disadvantage of the Modbus. And also it is completely based on broadcasting. That is, whatever I send, that will be broadcasted to all. That means the confidentiality of information cannot be achieved in this kind of environment. The confidentiality of the information cannot be achieved in this kind of environment. So the Modbus lacks with respect to authentication and the confidentiality of the information. The another protocol is DNP3, that is Distributed Network Protocol version 3, which is also a popular protocol which is used in the SCADA sector or in the manufacturing and this utility food processing sector industries. They use some unsolicited responses. Because of this, or some it can generate some responses without any suitable reason for it, unsolicited and undesired which could trigger some undesired response. Hence, the DNP protocol is also insecure protocol. So these are the lacunas. Here, the two entities are not able to establish a trust because of this unsolicited protocol. That is completely unreliable protocol. The DNP protocol at the application layer is not taking care of anything with respect to reliability and the security. It is completely depending on the lower protocol. That is one of the reasons. Then there are certain protocols developed by IEC. IEC is International Electrochemical Commission. International Electrochemical Commission. They have defined certain message type, for example, MMS, that is Manufacturing Message Specification, GOOS, that is Generic Object Oriented Substation Event, and SV, they are the Sampled Values Protocol, are the messages. If you take MMS, MMS is a client server protocol used in the operational technology industries. So there will be a client and there will be a server. The machineries are the client. The machineries in the industrial plants are the client, and there will be a remote server. So using a TCP/IP connection, the MMS will operate at the layer 3. So what it will do is it will establish a client server connection between the two entities, and they can exchange the data using this. Even this protocol will not provide the security related features effectively. The second one under IEC is GOOSE. So the GOOSE stands for Generate Object Oriented Substation Event Protocol. Okay, GOOS stands for Generic Object Oriented Substation Event Protocol. So again, it is a layer 2 protocol. This protocol is handled in the local area network using at the data link layer. This protocol is suitable only for local area network with the Ethernet connections. Okay, so here it ensures that data get transmitted horizontally. That means between the base in the sense the manufacturing plant and the substations. The substation in the sense the local servers. Okay, between these things, the exchange of data will takes place using the GOOS protocol. Okay, so here also the security is not ensured. If there is an intruder inside the network, the security will be affected even with the GOOS. Next is sampled value protocol, that is SV, which is again a layer 2 protocol which can be used with the Ethernet within the network, that is local area network. So this protocol is used for carrying some voltage and current samples only. This protocols also operates at with the architecture called publisher subscriber. So machineries can publish the data, and the server can subscribe, and the user can subscribe and get the data. Here also there is no reliability mechanism. It will not provide any kind of reliability or security related features. They are just designed to transfer the data, but not for reliability, not for proper acknowledgements, not for providing the security related features. So because of these protocols, these OT environment use such protocols where the complexity of security is the load of security is placed on the other protocols like TCP or IP, other layer protocols. So they are not that much secure. They are not that much secure. If you use UDP in this environment, UDP won't provide proper security. These protocols also won't provide security. Because of this reason, they are vulnerable for various attacks. So it is an insecure operational protocols. The